morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We are here, we are live. The sun is out. Scotland is a beautiful place today, and I'm chained to the desk. We've got stream after stream after stream. We're on the second leg of probably 4 pieces of work I need to get through today, but this is certainly not that much work for me. This is my favourite part of the week. We get to hang out with the FC Barcelona season ticket holders, the channel members. We've got Sorare strategy review to get stuck into, and maybe another few bits and pieces along the way. Fist bumps to you all on arrival. Good to see you. I've got my colours on because we've hit the second streak again in MLS with the New York City boys coming in clutch in a big high-scoring game. The keeper got slaughtered, but everyone else kind of fell out quite okay, which was nice. I thought, a nice sunny day. We'll get a football top on. What top will we pick? We'll go with the New York blue because I am feeling... Oh, how does the Hulk Hogan song go again? I am a real American. Sitting first on the road to America for the midweek. It all came in clutch, guys. It all came in. Finally, we've got a defender and goalkeeper that know the right side of 60. And they got there. Messi in a 2-0 win, no decisive, which would have, we're first anyway, but had Messi done something and brought in a hundo, we would have had way more points. The way this competition works is there's 4 game weeks you can play a team. Only your 2 best scores count. After this game week, we are halfway through. There's 2 game weeks to run. I have got the best score from this game week. In the last game week, the weekend was actually only just a couple of days before. I got a good score, but it wasn't that great. I finished actually 61st. So I had the 61st score from the first week, and in the second week, I got the top score. Put both of them together on the cumulative leaderboard, and I'm in second. I am breathing down the neck of Lucky Green here. I'm 22 points basically behind him. 2 more game weeks to go. The bar has been firmly set. If we look at this game week, I've topped it with basically 450. I think the one at the weekend, can we see? Nah, it's not going to let us look back, is it? View leaderboard. Yeah, top score was 438. So around that 440 mark is top is you know, not par. What's it? The yards? I don't know, with the the line in the sand, the score to beat generally up there is 440. So I'm going into the weekend now, and I'm certainly going to finish well in this competition, I would think. But number one prize is World Cup tickets and expenses to go alongside it. Now, the deadline show will be tomorrow, but the American stuff, MLS and all the associated competitions, their deadline's a day later. So there's plenty of time to do this. The only wiggle I don't have is the goalkeeper and defender selection, unless I was to walk back into the market, which Turner playing Miami. I've got 2 out. Yeah, Turner. I don't know how I feel about that right now. Amundsen at home at Philly. Don't mind that at all. He can copy and paste for me. But then I can pick anyone else, really. Now, I'm not going to be picking any of the NYCN seasons, obviously. But I've got some decent guys. Not all the fixtures are good for the obvious classic guys. But I've got Seattle boys back in town. CR7, absolutely killing it. No midweek action for them. They take on Dallas, who did play midweek. Rusnak is 50-50, so I need to watch for that. I've got RDP. I've got my Maxi Morales away to Montreal, which isn't going to be a super good game, is it? But I've got good options there. And then up front, Thomas Muller is back. We still have a Messi we could mess around with. And 1 or 2 others. I think first glance, I would probably look to go CR7 for reliability. Messi Muller. That would be a fun lineup, wouldn't it? I would probably need to ditch Turner. So I just wanted to have a wee gander at this with he's at the moment, because there is a wee bit of the double up stuff and whatever on the go. Who does Turner play after Miami? I think I did take that into consideration. I don't think the Miami game is terrible, but just because I'm in such a good position, I don't think I would mind buying a goalkeeper for this one game. Or maybe trade or something, because I do have some other limiteds I can throw around. Yeah, Charlotte at home. Yeah, I don't mind Turner for the last shot of the dice, but this Miami one, I would maybe skip. Can we have a look at what the fixtures are this weekend for MLS? Does anyone pop up? I wouldn't mind Seattle, by the way, at home to Dallas. Dallas have played quite a bit. Seattle. Andy Thomas expected to play. I don't mind that. Anyone else? Sean Johnson's been effective there at home to Orlando. Wouldn't you just know the Montreal guy's going to get a good score at the weekend? Takaoka. Chicago Fire, maybe? Brady? Nashville Charlotte. Yeah, I think Andrew Thomas would probably be my. If I could just pick somebody, or maybe even San Jose. By the way, they are on it there now. Daniel's a good keeper. St. Louis. I need to check out their form and whatever, but they're not generally that good a team right now. Yeah, I could go Sean John. Toronto guy's maybe not even bad, by the way. I'm not a fan of him as an individual. But let's see, what do people look like here? Brady. It's been doing alright. Kansas next. I'm not really sure what Kansas's form is like, but yeah, they're 15th in the table at the moment, so I think they're plumb. Daniel, if we can just peek at him. He's got the AA there, just no clean sheets. St. Louis himself, yeah, they're struggling. I think I want to check a wee bit of the fixture balance here. I do want to check who's like overplayed and stuff. Because if I'm going to spend, I don't want to. I made a mistake. I almost made a big mistake on MFL. I managed to get saved from it. Got the contract cancelled eventually. But yeah, I don't want to make another one of those ones. Right, so fixtures. Who did we like the look of again? We liked the look of. I would consider Sean John, although DC played midweek. I would consider Brady. I would consider Daniel. I'd consider Thomas. I think that's maybe my main contenders. Okay, so let's see DC. They played on the 23rd, 23rd. DC away to New York's not far. Away to Philly isn't far. DC have not really, even Revs, relative terms, this is, yeah, they've not really travelled in April. DC. Orlando, I've had a fair bit of home action themselves, actually, to be honest with you. So I'm not really sure the home away thing really plays into this too much. Score lines can be unpredictable when these two sides meet, is how I would read that. Chicago, actually, that's the last thing to check here. DC at home. Yeah, it doesn't really tell us anything. Orlando away doesn't really tell us much, I wouldn't suggest. Chicago in good form. Kansas not in good form. Chicago played a bunch of friendlies with them and been quite good. And in a while, Chicago, well, they don't really play that often, do they? Yeah, the last time they went there in the league was 2022. That is quite crazy how that's happened. Chicago at home in the league, 1-0 Atlanta, 1-0 Nashville, 3-0 Montreal. They've got clean sheets in them. Kansas away can lose to 0. Brady's at the top of the reckoning, I think. Let's look at the overall. So they played on the 19th away to Cincy. They played on the 18th away to Vancouver. 3 days before away to Detroit. Chicago and Detroit. I don't. Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Illinois. Yeah, that's the same. That's nothing. Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm not sure about the distance there, but I don't think it's nothing. But they had a few home games on the spin anyway. Kansas. They've been in Colorado. They've been in Vancouver. They've been in Utah or wherever that is. I like Chicago at the moment. St. Louis, 1916, 23-20. San Jose not travelled much. St. Louis been getting. Yeah, I'm not really reading too much into that. St. Louis at home, not terrible. Quakes away, pretty good actually. Don't really know how I feel about that one. Let's check out Seattle. This is the last one I think we might get a tell. So they played on the 19th. Dallas played, yeah, they've played on the 23rd. That's where I think we get a bit of an advantage. Of course, they had Champions League, which maybe balances that out a little bit in terms of the minutes and the legs. They went to Mexico on the 9th. They were in Texas on the 5th. But since then, yeah, they've been back at home for like 2-3 weeks. Got a wee notification here. Finley Curtis has ended. Okay. Yeah, so I quite like that. How are Seattle looking at home right now? Pretty good. Not impervious. They're conceding goals. Dallas away. Hard to read with some of these things being friendlies. Dallas at Seattle. Seattle can win to 0. I think Brady's top shout. And I think Thomas is second. What does a Brady... Where is Brady? Am I losing my mind? Was he not on this page? Don't tell me his auctions went already. There's Andrew Thomas. Oh, he's at 36 already. Now, I actually don't mind checking the secondary market for these guys because I think there might be some secondary market action for people that have bought them and then have died on the leaderboard, that is, or given up or whatever. Where the hell is Brady? Am I losing my... Oh, there he's there. So let's check both these guys out. Secondary market's the same as auction at the moment. Is there any bots carrying? Santonio's got. So Santonio McBride. I might talk to McBride about that. And then let's check out Brady. Limited in season. Let's get 50 of these out already. And let's see what they listed for. Secondary market 24. Brady at home to Kansas. I'm buying that. Oh, I need to go get my bloody code thing, don't I? Or no, I don't. Or do I? Go on. There we go. Awesome. I'll have to get out my chair there. Aye, brilliant. So we'll add Brady in. That's nice. We secondary market pickup. Brady. Amundsen. CR7. If we get Rusnak, I may be able to go double with them. But then, yeah, Messi at home to the Revs is good. And then we want Muller, I think, don't we? Whitecaps at home at Rapids. That feels good. Oh, above the points cap. Ooh. 12 points. I think Roldan is the compromise, maybe. Ooh. Or Messi's at 72 now. Oh, so we could play Forsberg. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. We played Forsberg away to Cincy. Cincy are pretty minging now. He did get an assist. Then it would fit. It's a bit of a... Exactly 280. We need to have Messi. We need to have... I think, yeah, that's probably the best it's going to get. 46. Forsberg's a bit... Oh, we have Werner away at St. Louis. Oh. Do we play Werner and Muller or Werner and Messi? If we play Werner over Muller, then that would leave me 52 I could go to. Oh, I can't quite get Rusnak or Maxi. Yeah, I could go Muller, Werner. Yeah, I could do that. But if I want to play Messi, I kind of need to play Forsberg. Oh, that's tough, by the way. Werner or Muller is also... Yeah. What's Turner at? Turner's cheap. Playing Messi, though. Don't want that. Even if I could squeeze the RDP in, 58, 55, yeah. Am I going to be tempted into getting a cheap defender? Let's have a gander. Defender, average score. So what do we want? We want... do we want Werner or Mueller? Werner's pretty wild, man. I think we keep Werner. I know Mueller's not been bad, but Werner's just popping around St. Louis. St. Louis, yeah. Or potentially... oh no, he's not even on to play. Yeah, midweek weekend pile up, maybe catch him. Fine, we'll go with Mueller. So what do we have? 46. Last 10. 46. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. If we get a defender, what do we want them to be? Let's put Roldan in. 12 points over. We want them to be 42. Anyone cheat codey? Because someone down at this rating would probably be pretty damn cheap as well. So cost is quite immaterial. McVeigh for San Diego. Gutman. Shaberko, imagine he was on to play. Re-notification? Oh yeah, it's that Finley thing, isn't it? Gutman. See if I look at this, by the way, and bloody Brady's out. Where's Chicago? There they are. Gutman. Let's look at manager sales. So we have Gutman. Anyone else? Let's be Quakes guy. Wow. 3 assists off the bench. Is he going to play? Is he going to play? Jesus. They're away, aren't they? Yeah, Quakes. Can't see where this Mary guy's meant to be in the depth chart. Doubt that'll be happening. Aaron Herrera. Some name recognition around here, but I think Gutman is the pick of the bunch. The Amador guy threatens to be alright, doesn't he? But yeah, let's go back to auctions. Can we get in on this double up thing? Gutman. Yeah, £2.24. There's a chance of some other stuff, isn't there? It's like an hour to go. I just want to get the card in, to be honest with you. I'm not really into the maybe missing out on him and his price moves because he's got a good fixture this weekend. Although, yeah, there's a few of them there, isn't there? Sure, let's go for the double up one and we'll see if we can get maybe some essence for the giveaway. And maybe another card for giveaway. Like, nobody outbid me on this, eh? Oh, Bundesliga's on sets now. That's fun. I'm not sure I'll have any time for some set work today. Maybe do that tomorrow. Oh, the chat's been flying away, guys. Sorry, I just kind of got into a wee zone there. A lot of you guys are on the Brady hype train with me as well. Love that. Oh, good, good. Good to see you all here in the chat, by the way. There's Tunsies here. Thanks very much. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. I see Frankie, I see Ian, I see Rico Man, Sorare Maxwell, Thomas Ronyon, Red or Dead, Neil Emery first in the chat, Michael, of course, the legend that is. And who else did I see? Kai, good to see you. Liam Pev, Guido. Tunsies here. I see a few reviews. I'll just go and get them lined up now. That we've kind of. Our current bid is that. Let's hope we don't get outbidded. I'll just buy it off the secondary market at that point. But I think that's the way to go. We put Gutman in here. We play CR7, Messi, Muller. Because we're not expecting Werner to start. Let's not take the risk. They're away from home and stuff. Muller at home, Messi at home, CR7 at home. Oh, the Chicago, but oh yeah, a team full of homers. Yes. Yeah, happy with that. And then Amundsen or Brady, I could maybe even, yeah, Minnesota. Amundsen plays next. Who does Chicago play? Cincy. Columbus are at home. I'll probably go with Amundsen next time around. But I'm going to go with Gutman this time to facilitate the likes of Messi and whatever to retain in the team. Oh, I didn't know Yamal was out for the season. I seen he went off injured. Oh my god. Arda Guler, I totally missed that. Werner was asking to be subbed off last night. Okay, yeah, let's just stay away. Takes a wee bit of that choice paralysis out for me because they're both very similar guys, you know. One's got form, one's got a bit of form. One's at home, one's away. Let's go with the guy that will play. Hey. Right, let's go and set some stuff up because I've done enough of me trying to get to the World Cup. I've also, guys, made some other bids. I've went after the Matt Freeze flag edition. And then I've went for 3 other flag editions on one bid max for the other NYC collection because I was saying this the other day, I don't want to pay 60 quid for Maxi Morales. I would gladly pay another 60 quid for an in-season freeze, particularly one that is so quality like that one is. So that's what I'm basically doing. So having a second matte freeze in-season means I can use a classic Maxi Morales and then I can get all the people involved in the combinations that I currently want, need, and have or don't have. So this is the last NYC editions and I'm done. Failing any transfers, I think. I've got everything I want. Yeah, I do now. I've got everything. Let me just show you a quick moment. So I think the cool edition Matte Freeze will go very nicely into this edition. We're already on streak 2. We're having a good year with NYC. Totally relying on one club to do full 5 streaks though. It might be a bit mental, but we'll see how far we go. So yeah, this wee American kid, trying to get him in on America edition. Same with Johnny Short, and then I'll punt the regular. And Carrizo, I think I went after that. Then I would just punt the regular. I got Cavallo. That was cool. But yeah, I've now got a Thiago Martins. I've now got a Tavon Gray. I've got a few copies of some guys. I don't think I want more than 2 copies for anyone that's important. Some of the important guys I've not got 2 copies of yet, of course. But the extra 3s kind of opens that up for me. But James Rodriguez flag edition, he doesn't play, but I don't care. Yeah, that is the James to own, really, isn't it? I wonder what it goes for. Bit rare. That's a bit of a steal, by the way. It's not obviously a Colombia flag. The picture could be a bit more Colombiano, you know. But yeah, that is the James to own for me. Jersey edition's quite cool. he got any cool animateds? Just don't think he's really a Rio or a Minnesota legend, is he? So they're alright. I've got the Rio one. If I got the Rio #1, what James do I have? No, number 52. I've just got a random. Guy loves playing for Colombia, doesn't he? I can't remember. Right, let's go and get these requests set up. We'll see what happens with the Gutman, as I'm sure we get through today. Let me go back to the top of the chat. I put the cam for the foundation in the Telegram. My phone's over there charging. I'll grab that shortly, buddy. Thank you very much. Forrest signing a contract extension to get his yearly goal against the Saints. Think you'll love to see. Yeah, I'm glad Forrest has signed on. I'll be live with McBride tonight doing Celtic stuff. We'll probably chat about it there. But honestly, people that say, "Oh, signing Forrest, it's like Celtic being dinosaurs and whatever." Like, yeah, kind of. See if he was meant to be in the best 11, of course, but it wasn't that under Ange. Forrest was winger 5. You know, we had Jota, Abada, Yang, Maeda. Maybe didn't have all of them actually at the same time, but we've had Haksabanoviches and Kuhns and even a few other guys over the time where Forrest is regular being number 4, number 5 in the depth chart. And if we were to get back to being in a good place, I'm happy that Forrest is going to play Auchinleck, Talbot and St Johnson and, you know, Livingston and, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, especially when the fixtures are piling up. And when you sign new, again, like, he is invaluable. He is priceless. And I'm maybe going to be a bit OTT because his contribution has been fantastic. He is the most highly decorated Celtic player ever. But this is like, for me, Betis and Joaquin. This is like Sevilla and Jesus Navas. This is like Roma and Totti. And Totti's probably the only one of those guys I just mentioned that was like a one club guy. But even at that, those other ones were clearly like club icons, club heroes. And, you know, you got to cherish these things for me in football when they come around. Like, letting Forrest go in and playing for a season at St Mirren or Hibs or... Do you know, I was thinking about this when I seen the news. See if he and his brother went and played for Ayr United or something. I would totally be behind that. Like, cool, if he wants to go play with his brother or something. But genuinely, unless he's going to get a bag of money in Asia somewhere or in North America somehow, he should not be really allowed to leave Celtic. You know, like, finish the job, finish the legacy, finish the chapter of, you know, do it right. And he's obviously taken a pay cut as well, like, for this contract. There's no two ways about it. His wages will have went way down. And that's probably the only thing. Like, if he was on mad money still as well, maybe he could raise an eyebrow to it. But I think it's only a positive. The Motherwell goalkeeper's been very good. I wouldn't mind him coming in. I think that would signal James Bertolascu, though. Lucky Green's best 2 scores are 4-12 and 4-11. Very consistent. Vancouver and Chicago have the best games. Oh, Neil Emery, you were right on it there with me. Shout out to Graven, who scored the equaliser last night. Oh, no way, I missed that. The goalkeeper. Oh, Harry Trades must be doing a lap of his... Where does he live? Kentucky or whatever? And then Kai. Hi, Quinny. You reviewed my gallery last week. I hit Streak 4 MLS. And we'll be going for Streak 5 this weekend. I have 50 quid if there's any players you'd recommend for this weekend. Kai 887. Brilliant, mate. Let's go and have a look at that. Well done. Guido is Dutch King, isn't it? Diego Luna is a nice price too. I did see so McBride tweeted about for us and he sent it to me and he's like, oh, some of our fans are idiots. And I was like, well, mate, I'm you know, like, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously gonna take a pay cut and you know what I mean? Like, to play 6 to 12 he shouldn't be playing as much as he is now. You know, I've got no problem with him playing as much as he has. But you know, like, all things being equal, you play Forest at home to the bottom 6 teams, you play them in the early rounds of cups. When we've got midweek and weekend pile-ups and somebody's feeling a niggle or there's a yellow card that comes round to suspend somebody, why not have Forrest filling in left mid, right mid, whatever? Why not? Oh, apart from me, the best score has been 439, so I'm the high roller so far. Nice. Oh, if Messi done something, by the way, that would have just, oh, would have really given me some rocket fuel. I'm glad, I don't, what did we spend there? Like 30, or we've not even got the Gutman yet, but like 27 quid, I don't mind that. Try and seal the deal on this team. Good weekend ahead. Don't look ahead to the third game week. Try and make the most of this one. We've only got 2 requests in there, which is lovely. How long have we been on live and loud for? Half an hour. So yeah, man, it's really hot today. I'm going to need to take like a water break at some point. But I think we'll do the requests we've got here with Kai and Dutch King. If any more requests come in, brilliant. But after these two, I might need to like get some fresh air about me for a minute because I'm sitting next to a computer. It's really stuffy. Um, and or maybe I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a short stream today. Let's see. Who do you think you get as next manager? Says Neil. Well, I actually put a wee tweet out today because I seen that the Terzic rumor to Bilbao is like really gathered a lot of momentum. I think they realise. Oh, there we go. I think we really realise that, or they really realise that they're not going to get Inigo Perez. He's going to Villarreal. They're not going to get. I don't know. Iraola is probably lined up by somebody like Chelsea now. So it feels like Terz. I seen this today, and I seen last night Michelle has been linked to Ajax. So I put this little tweet out, and I think we've probably done something, and it's either we have Keener Askew and we're keeping it quiet. I've seen somebody responded to me with this, or it might have been somewhere else, or it might have been in Axel. I was listening to Axel a wee bit before I jumped on this stream. This guy's so funny, isn't he? Oh, I shouldn't open Twitter when we're on this. What was I doing? I've shown you this tweet. This is what I think. It'll be one of these things, personally. Don't think we're ever going to be in the mix for anyone exciting. But I'm just trying to highlight that things do happen now. There's no excuse for it. Where is the guy? Will we send him a wee fish hook? I seen some news. I tweeted about it. I highlight what goes on around the world of football. What I do. It's not really news. Anyway, Kai, let me get back to it. Where are we, man? We have 50 quid. We're going for Streak 5 MLS, yeah? Oh, we've got a Messi in town. Let's see, nude. What did we get last week or whatever since then? Scroll back. Been a wee bit of a splurge. Yeah, the Carlos Hills ring a bell. Some really good little value plays in here. The Berhalter might have been something we spoke about on stream. That rings a little bell for me. Mueller is a nice pickup, by the way. Really nice pickup. Rusnak, I'm a big fan of also. Takaoka's in our quality goalkeeper edition. Nice. So we're going after streak 5 this game week, yeah? I've had a wee kind of gander at it myself. We know the best keeper options are Brady, Thomas, Freeze, Freeze away to Montreal. Like, hard to say he's good. Elliot, pardon me, at home with someone, Minnesota. Oh wait, Minnesota. Brady, Thomas, Takaoka. They're easily our top 3 keepers. In defence, Blackman is a top order defender, I think, for the game week. And Bokazi the same, but why did they not? Oh, he did bad in the last game. Get a negative decisive for a change. Uh, Rough with the smooth. I suppose it's defending, isn't it? So I think clearly Blackman and Bokazi are top teamable. I think everyone else is then kind of in a pick and mix bucket between your Thiago Martins, one of your Seattle guys, maybe even Truin or something like that. But I think you get 2 top order defenders here. Have we got an in-season filter on? No, we don't. Midfield, we like Rusnak. We're just not sure how reliable he is for the weekend. So let's just see what the script is on that. No real insight onto why or how or anything. Reagan and Tolu are on, so they're strong. CR7, Rusnak. I think Seattle have got a lot of good going on this game week. Get Carlos Heel, of course. They're playing Messi though. Maybe Heel raises his game. Yeah, your midfield is pretty good looking. Very good looking. CR7 there as well. Berhalter at home. RDP's got a good game. Hani gets all the fanny. Mukhtar is playing Charlotte at home. It's probably a good one for him. He's in nice form. Plenty of choice in midfield. Plenty of choice. And an attack. Muller at home looking good. Messi. Dryer. Zinc is in a good spot. Espinoza against him as Hani in a good spot. Classic Muller on top. Son Baranga Peck. Some other guys kind of floating around there. I'm not sure there's anything missing from this for the. If you're going for Streak 5, like what? Who do we want to have involvement with? Seattle have got 80 rated guys. You've got Messi, you've got Muller. Whitecaps are at home and looking good. Their opposition is tough. I think that bodes well for the defence in a way. Chicago is the game of the week. You've got a lot of these guys anyway. You've got Zinc, you've got Mbokaz, you've got Brady. So you've got a really good spine there from them. Who else did we like the look of? RSL Galaxy's a weird one. Galaxies are kind of meh now, but the team's still kind of nice, and RSL kind of handy. I'm not sure there's anyone in there. Your highlight is a standout. San Jose going from strength to strength. Do you get a bit of diminishing returns from the guys that have played every game so far, like the LaRue and the Sakiris? I'm not sure. It looks like a good game. I really like Seattle's home. I like the advantage they have on Dallas where they didn't play midweek. Thomas Frank's odds have dropped massively. Thomas Frank was one of my top contenders for the job. I think if you want to give the job to somebody that you can give like a 4 or 5 year contract to, and it's like bring us into Premier League development levels. I think Frank's a great appointment. I don't think he'll be overly like Celtic. I don't know. He could fail quite easily. He's a bit of a dweeb, isn't he? But he definitely knows like Premier League levels and infrastructure and what sort of even just good guys to hire. Never mind what type of guys to hire, positions, roles, skills, expertise, that sort of thing. Columbus, Philly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you've kind of got your finger in all the pies that are worth having. If there's an Alex Roldan defender, that might help you a lot with your defender shout. I know you've got Tolu and Jackson, they're probably fine anyway, but Alex Roldan's a bit spikier. But honestly, mate, I'm not sure there's really anything to hunt for. Let's have a wee peek at the market on manager sales, in season limited, just any limited even. Now, you've got some classics. Let's stay to in season MLS. We don't care about the addition or anything. That Jack McGlynn's lovely as well, isn't it? By the way, Fernandez Marcao is like the obvious guy you don't have, but I don't really think you need him for this. He could do great against Montreal, but you've got mid options where I don't think he's really that required. Yeah, it would maybe be defense. I think that's the only thing I thought. Well, you've got a few. Is there someone that's like super good? Classy also be a wee bit tempting for me, maybe. Mamadou Fafana, the other Revs defender that I didn't buy, is kicked on. The Revs defender I did buy that died. Yeah, Alex will die. For Streak 5, you might need him in Team 3, Team 2, Team 1, maybe even like really spiky. Closest thing, he's not Kai Wagner, but really the closest thing to Kai Wagner knocking around. He's a tenor. I would think about adding him in. You don't really need the cleanie out of Alex Roldan because he's very attacking. So yeah, Fana's playing Messi, so maybe avoid that. But Alex Roldan, I think, is a safe ad. I don't think there's a midfielder you were missing other than NFM. I don't think he's really needed this week. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything here that's I must pick up. If you don't have an RDP, I think you do. But if you don't have an RDP, think about that. Maybe you've also not got a Guilherme, but they're away to Austin. I'm sure he'll do fine, but it's not really like, oh, got to get that. Bamba for a fiver might be good for Team 4. Oh, he's not going to play. Never mind. Just depending on how deep your options go, you've probably got more than enough to take care of it. Zaha's a cool card. Yeah, I think that's kind of all where the only place I would be at, mate. So maybe try and reinforce that defence a little bit. But yeah, forwards you're cooking, man. If you're 4 streak teams for midfield, there's like nothing missing here, man. You've got everything you would want. The defense is just like, and don't get me wrong, you've probably got great scoring defenders here, but I just think predicting the future for some of them is not easy. The Nashville guy's probably fine. Blackman should be fine, might not be. But yeah, I would think Alex Roldan could even be top defender choice for you. Who did I just bring in? Gutman. Gutman's okay, maybe as well. Mbokazi's way peakier. I don't think Gutman really changes your. You don't really. He's not out and out better than anyone here. But fixture, player profile, he's like £2. But yeah, I think that this is the tricky bit for you. I think you'll pick 4 teams with high quality midfield and strikers. You've got 3 of the best keepers for the game week. And Takaoka, for me anyway. Brady, Thomas, and then between Lloris, Fries, Schwake, you're picking one of them, and then you've got leaderboard for leftovers. Oh, Jalkin Calves, wrong defender pick for Toronto. It's so fickle, isn't it? It's so fickle. Any chance of some lineup building, please, Quinny? Streak 5 in Prem. Biggest week ever for Frankie. Yeah, we'll add you on, buddy. You'll be after the water break, Frankie. The Frank engine, isn't it? Really good luck, mate. I hope you smash it. Can we have a look at your Streak 4 team? CR7, Peck, Muller, Truan and Freeze. Oh, nice. That was team 5. Oh, do we get 5 teams unlimited? Oh, so we do 5 for Streak, 1 for leaderboard, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, I'd add a defender in for sure, man. Dryer and Heal, Baranga Son, RDP. I don't see Messi here. I see maybe in a leaderboard team or something. I think for this week you need to use Messi here first, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, we bit of beefing up in defence, maybe. Yeah, it's the only thing I can really see without adding a Fernandez Markel, who's a great midfielder to add in, but he's at the top of the budget. And I don't see, like, oh yeah, buy him and it changes everything. But thinking about not having 4 teams, but 5 actually, maybe flavours it a little bit differently. Hartel, I don't think you want to use this week. Bogey's away and might be alright. Yeah, maybe an NFM could help, but it doesn't strike me as the obvious thing to do. Or as like an obviously, like, oh yeah, that'll help a lot, you know? You've now got a Berhalter in town since that happened as well. So you probably went Berhalter over him. But yeah, you need to play Messi. So what we're thinking, Messi will be the classic then, yeah? for team one. So if Messi's classic, we're taking Brady in season, probably Mbokazi. I'd go out. I would go Alex Roldan. I wouldn't stack them. I would go Brady, Roldan. Why didn't I buy Roldan? Who did that? Oh, I think his L15 was too much for me, wasn't it? It's not 42 or whatever I needed. But you know what? See if it's not far. 55, yeah, it's too far out my reach. Oh yes, we need to watch that cap thing. Oh no, you don't need to watch the cap. Midfield. I think CR7's quite good and nailed. Berhalter is pretty good and nailed. Mukhtar at home. Yeah, so take your pick of in-season mid. And then you've got classic Messi forward. Along with maybe Mueller. Or Espinoza. Yeah. That's a boss team one. Yeah. I've not really had the lens of building 5 teams, so I might be a wee bit off on that. So feel free to dry run it, Kai, and see if there's anything else that obviously, like, if you run through your 5 best teams, and then by the time you get to the 5th one, like, maybe we could, like, I'm clearly missing a captain, or whatever, a position. We can maybe pick this up, or we can definitely pick it up again if you want, mate. But I think that's kind of as far as I can take it to this point. Kai. Right, Dutch King Guido. We're on a big one too, aren't we? I need 2 extra players. For MLS. 1 card. Budget is €35. 1 card for MLS. Budget €35. So we've got our 4 keepers, all pretty decent by the way. 2 classic, 2 in season. We've got 8 defenders. Nice. Nice. I think we got that Ceballos together, didn't we? That was a bad one. Nice defenders, yeah, but we've not got Blackman, we've got Johnson, Porteous, okay, Ocampo, Mooney. I don't think defenders are that dear. LaRue, Paxton. That's some nice flag additions here, by the way. Werner for £7. Well done, mate. Classic, classic. So they will go with the in-season keepers, won't they? Caicedo and Judd with the classic keepers. So we need all in-season mids, which we have. How many keepers do we have? 4. For 4 teams where we've already established it's single forward. Don't think there's enough midfield here. Or defence. I think I might try and get you 2 players in at that price, maybe even 3. The budget is €35. Alex Roldan for a tenner, I think, is really a nail. Amundsen I like at 12. Thiago Martins being at 7 makes him quite appealing again. But I would add in another defender that's circa £10. And then I'd take the other, like 20, probably we'll need that for our midfielder. I like Maxi Morales, but he's just a bit old for me to spend your money on him, to be honest with you. I'd struggle to do that. But I'd buy both the Rodans probably for that money, to be honest with you. Or you could get Rusnak and a Alex Rodan. Oh, Hanny. Good thing about Nashville is they don't have that midweek thing like in their legs. Maybe for the immediate term that Seattle do. Maybe Rusnak's a bit dodgy, which is why I'd like CR7. I think Aidan O'Neill is wild value as well. By the way, he has got an assist there last night, which is good. But he's like going to play every game, and he's going to look like this all season. Wonder what his best form has been when he was in Belgium or something. The team really suits him. I think he's playing really well. At £3, I think that'll look dead cheap, dead quick. Coelho, oh yeah. This guy for £6 makes a difference because he's a punchy guy. Alex Rodin for a tenner. Coelho for £6. Maybe just even do one in every position. Is that possible? Is there a good £20 for Espinoza? Yeah, man. Could we get Alex Roldan, Coelho, and Espinoza? Maybe not. That's maybe a bit. No, that's maybe going to the 40 mark. I think we had 35, didn't we? Even Facundo. £13. Muller. Muller in season at 15. Where's your gallery? Muller in season at 15. Kind of got a bit of a Vancouver thing on the go anyway. That could be good. Muller at 15. Muller at 15. Alex Roldan at a tenner. Coelho at £7. That is like budget, isn't it? Although zinc. That's just, I would try and get one in each position because you also want a wee bit of flexibility to, like, say for example, like you want to go double striker, like you've got your two best strikers, or maybe not. 'Cause Werner could play with Son, probably couldn't he? But another striker in here just gives you a bit more flexibility. Another mid into here, especially someone like Coelho, goes into your top mix, goes into your top order, and a defender like Rodan maybe isn't clearly the best guy, but is up there, you know. It will be 5 teams, says Guido. You've only got 4 keepers though. Sean John's a quid, you could just buy another one of him, couldn't you? I need one in season keeper and one in season forward. Budget is 70. One in season. Right, let's go with the goalkeeper first. Who did you have? You've got Brady and Lloris. I like Thomas a lot. Takaoka has been the man. Yeah. I think Vancouver's a good line for you to walk. I like the value of Turner though. It's £17. He's kind of hard to look past. Freeze at 13. It's kind of up to you. I think your gallery leans towards Takaoka because you've got a bit of a Vancouver thing on the go there. Andrew Thomas might rotate randomly with Fry because he's still in the picture, so maybe that besmirches his record slightly. I think Turner and Freeze are the best bang for buck you're gonna get here. Kripau in that mix as well, by the way, £11. I'd be looking at one of them. Best bang for bucks. And then we need a forward. So yeah, all those guys are like 10 to £15. So I think you could spend a lot on a forward if needed. I think Dryer's the best value there at £40, but I really like the look of Espinoza at 22. If you do get Takaoka, Muller at 15 feels good as well. Hmm. You had a bit of a Nashville thing, didn't you? No keeper. Did you have the Woldsey defender or something? No, that was the last gallery. I said there's no Nashville in here. Oh, there is a wee bit. Yazbek. Don't really care about stacking too much, but just sometimes fixture correlation with MLS does help, because if like you've got four guys playing and you need one more, it's just a pain in the backside. You'll buy the guy to make it happen, most likely anyway. It's better to get them on your terms when they're cheap and there's not that premium on them for being active in the midweek or whatever it is at the time. Yeah, Chicago, I've got a really good feeling, or not a good feeling, but I think, they're fourth now. I think they're going to continue to have a really good season. Dinkernackle at 18 quid is pretty solid. I like Espinoza at 22 quid as well. They do have midweeks actually, don't they? They're playing Tigres next. Yeah, maybe shade that on the basis of that. Like, what's a classic Messi for a moment? 47. Like your budget's 70. Could we get like Matt Turner or somebody like that? Classic Messi and maybe like Zinkernackle or Facundo Torres. Because I think that's like, I know you've got classic Son, classic Navarro, but I think like, see when everyone's fit and available, like that Werner Messi might be your play. Werner Messi, Paxton or Leroux, even he'll link with Werner, won't he? Fixture correlation wise. And your defenders are okay, really, and you've got some good keepers. I think that could make a big difference to having five teams is getting. You could do in season Dryer. It's essentially the same type of play, because Dryer's seen as kind of Messi level, isn't he? Guilherme the same, but Messi is Messi. So that's maybe something to consider, because some of those in season forwards are quite cheap, like 18 quid and stuff. You can get a cheap keeper, you get 70 quid there. You can get two of the in seasons to facilitate the team, and then you bring in a new classic to make everything better. That's something I would think about. Thank you very much, Sean Thorpe. Tim Tweep, good to see you too. Thanks very much, Sean. Big fingers crossed. I did some scouting and I did some buys for it, by the way. We've got an auction cooking away, half an hour in the background. We'll see if we get the last piece of the puzzle over the line. And yeah, guys, I'm going to take a wee pause for the cause. I'm going to take a wee water break. I'll be back at Uno Momento. Hey guys, I lied. It wasn't a water break. I went and got lemonade. And I put shorts on. I'm wearing shorts to sit inside in Scotland. Global warming, eh? Frank the Tank. Let's have a look at it. Any chance of some lineup building, please, Quinny? Streak 5 in the Prem and Streak 4 in the Bundesliga. So my biggest ever game week, mate. Let's see it. Let's have a wee peek at the fixtures first, maybe. Excuse me. Match odds. Group by country. And then let's look at England. Liverpool, strong favourites to Palace. Arsenal, Newcastle. Ooh. Spurs, Forest, Man U, Brentford. Oh, there's not a lot of good picks to be made here in the Prem, I don't think. Man United home at Brentford feels kind of okay. I think this is a game week of individuals, Frank. It might even... Is it even a week to skip? Let's see what you're cooking with. Something to think about, but Streak 5's not anything to be played around with, bud. This isn't like sets where you've got lives. You've just got multi-entry, you know. Wow, you've got all shapes and sizes here, don't you? Premier. Oh, wow. Obviously, Becker's not playing. Emmy was playing away to Fulham. That's alright. Fulham are punchy, but Emmy can be good for AA. That sort of thing. Raya, Newcastle. Newcastle wheels are kind of falling off a little bit, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, Raya could be good. I could... Not that I think... Yeah. I think Raya's is probably your top shout. The rest of them are kind of difficult. If Mamardashvili's going to play, I don't think he is. It's that other guy, Woodburn or something, isn't it? Yeah, goalkeeper's tough, man. Maybe a classic Pickford could help you this week or something. Pickford's just a decent standalone. Away to West Ham, he'll be busy. Sunderland Forest. Is Roves going to play? Yeah, I don't mind Roves. Roves could be good and busy in this one. Let's see defence, what we're playing with here. Nico and a Tarkowski have just came in, so I guess you plan on using them. Romero, yeah, I think individually, like Poro, I would have in amongst the top order against Wolves. I think that really suits him. I'd have Poro. Romero will be close to the top. I think Gab Mag is like team 3, team 4, isn't he? 5 again. I keep forgetting Limited's get 5. I've kind of not really thought about that most of the season. Cucurella, now that Rosinha's gone, could be good in the next match. Bounce back element. Nico's Nico. VVD at home. I don't mind Xavi Simons, by the way. Like Xavi and Bruno is maybe top. Soboslai, Saka, Rice, Garner, other Simons, Odegaard, all Caicedo, all quite usable. Morgan Rogers there as well. He's in the shop window, I think. I've seen Bayern Munich went after him. And firepower. Yeah, no Man City though this weekend, is there? Nah. Palmer could return from the dead. I don't know who you want to take with Spurs up front. Salah and Wirtz are okay for a team. I think if you were going to do anything, it would be forwards. But I would ask the question, is it maybe worth skipping? I'm not sure you've got 3 or 4 teams here that are really streak 5. Like, oh yeah, let's settle these teams and let's chase it. I don't know if I'm giving you a bigger headache with that, Frank. I'm sorry, but if we look at the next game week, yeah, that's this weekend, round 35. Is that midweek then? No, it's next weekend, first and the second and stuff. Yeah. So next week, Friday night, it's Leeds Burnley. Arsenal at home to Fulham. Man U Liverpool. Villa Tottenham. At least your Man City guys will be playing. not sure it gets much better, does it? That's tough. Missing the City guys in here, I think, makes a difference. Tottenham are probably good for it against Wolves. Tottenham could smash Wolves, really, they could. Arsenal, yeah, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man United, I think is where you want to build from. Yeah, I don't know about Tottenham strikers. I don't mind the likes of Poro, Xavi Simons. Who else is meant to be playing for Tottenham? Yeah, I think they're the only ones I'd be right up for using is Poro and Simons. Man United. Bruno, very usable. I'd be really looking at the whole front line. Sesko, the latter. But yeah, these three guys, I'd be looking at them. Maguire could be good in a game like this as well. And then Arsenal. Saka's not expected, but I think that's the way to go, Frank. Palmer, do you have Chelsea? No, Chelsea. Oh, yeah, no. Chelsea aren't playing anyone. Yeah, your forwards are just where it's lacking, isn't it? 'Cause it's like Tottenham and Liverpool. Madueke for Arsenal, fine. I don't think you can. I don't know, strikers. Let's see the market. Is there a opportunity? Like if you're going for streak 5, you've maybe got a streak 4 behind you. Cunha at 12 quid, I would think about quite a lot. Let's go with that Bruno. Even in Buemo at £4.50. Yeah, he didn't really score that well at Man United so far, has he? It's been a while since he was doing this stuff. Yeah, I think I like Cunha better. I'm not sure there's another Arsenal piece to really bring into the fold. Saka, you've got his classic, isn't expected to start. Villa, Fulham. Roger should do fine. Yeah, Frank, I think that's where I'm at for Premier League for you is like maybe getting our striker in. You won't get our chance to get to streak 5. I don't imagine between now and the end of the season. This round 37 looks alright for some of the guys you've got. Yeah, I think Tottenham are quite backable. I think you could take some of the Liverpool guys, Man United guys are trying to beef up on. You've got lots of other good standalones for Team 4 and 5 and whatnot. Let's have a look at what's cooking for Bundesliga. In goals, Atabolu, Nicolas, Black and Backhouse. Let's see the Bundesliga. Leipzig at home to Berlin, Dortmund, Freiburg, Stuttgart, Bremen. Yeah, so Nubel's quite good. Nubel's good. Bayern, who's in goals? Is it Neuer? Probably. Hoffenheim. Yeah, Flecken's alright. Atabolu's Freiburg, isn't he? Dortmund. So I think we're looking at Nubel top. Maurice is alright. Yeah, I think you've got a top four here, like Nubel, Flecken, Nicholas Maurice, Neuer. Grimaldo, Rom, Mittelstadt, Schlotterbeck. Jesus, man, all the guys. And in Team 5, take your pick of the leftover. Single defence. We could go double defence to really hammer in. But we've also got Kimmich, Classic Aliesh, Manzambi against Dortmund, though. Musiala's back. Yeah, mid is good, but mid is a bit thin. We're going to be playing single defence. And forwards, we're packing, man. Yes, I think Team 1, you're going to need like Nubel in season. I'm probably going Rom, Kimmich, Kane and Olise. Team 2, let's say we go Classic Neuer, Mittelstadt, Musiala, Ouedraogo, Kramaric. Team 3, take your pick of Moritz or Flecken, Grimaldo, maybe and Schlotterbeck, Aliesh, no, we want an in-season mid so we can play Diaz, I think, in that Team 3 imaginary team. Manzambi and Stinger are decent. Stinger's got a good game, doesn't he? Yeah, he could go Stinger. Or Baumgartner even. Yeah, I would do that. And then Classic Diaz up front, which means the fourth team, you'll have the last keeper remaining there. You're then looking at Orban, Gintner, or Stanisic. Then we have Aliesh Classic with what other in-season mid we didn't use a minute ago. And then Undav. Yeah, I think that's the way I would build them. Is there a gaping hole there for anything? Not sure. Is there any just value? Let's just look at positions in the Bundesliga. Maybe he's playing Bayern. Let's avoid that. In-season Aliesh could be smart. He's only 15 quid. In-season Rami against Freiburg. Not a super good game. I don't mind the thought of a wee Bazuma Toure. You've got Kramaric. They're playing Hamburg this weekend. We're quite a spiky forward. He's in the shop window himself, quite clearly. I wouldn't mind that. It's quite cheap and stuff. Some guys at nice prices. You've already got a few of them though. Very open to buying Premier Bundes players this week if needed. As a Spurs fan, I reckon we batter Wolves. Yeah, try not to skip. Yeah, fair enough. I'm with you, buddy. It's even better than Waters. Yeah. Do you think playing All Star with good players is smarter than playing in season with decent players? Depends what the name of the game is, Tim. If it's to get essence, I think All Star like it's mainly overlooked. Like people like I put good teams into it and stuff, right? But I don't build them first. Um, I don't mind it. It depends. There's so much context needed for that, Tim. Yeah, it's been a tough year for Spurs. Like I mean, year, not even season. Jurassic at a fiver. Is he back? If Jurassic's kind of back, that's not bad. He's not expected to start the weekend, but for a fiver, that's maybe something to think about. Nusa mid punches quite high now, doesn't he? Wow. You get really good Bundesliga players. It's just like, can we have something that just rounds everything off? I think with Prem, you're limited at options. I think you really just hammer in fixtures and fill gaps in your team. Tried to kind of lay it out there as well as I could with both lineups. As we scan the market, then we're just looking for anything that obviously, like, oh yeah, he would fit in and isn't too expensive. I'm not sure what budgets we're playing with or whatever. I think we're basically getting through the meat and the bones of the useful guys to this point. I think Leipzig are good for a couple of goals. You've got the Baumgartner there. Who else has been good for Leipzig? You've got the Diamande. You've got the Rom. I like Romulo and Gruda, but they've both been mince. Yeah, in season Aliash feels like a good pickup. At 15 quid, he's like a top order shout. In season Rami doesn't feel bad at 2 quid, but you don't necessarily really need that. So we get to like team 5 maybe or something to that tune. Getting into some more Bayern boys could be smart. Playing Mines. I think Nabry's injured. Just Shane. Yeah, Limer's maybe a fun shout. Although not mad fun, but like you can do it. Maybe a team 5 shout. Yeah, Bazuma Toure, Aliesh Garcia. I think they make a bit of a difference to your selection options. One more page, we'll have another quick scan at. Maza at 7. Yeah, I think that's where I'd be looking at, Frank. Premier League wise, just to double back to this again for a moment. Yeah, missing those City and Chelsea guys does take some firepower off your top line. Madueke is one of my favourite Arsenal forwards that was in that projected team to do well. He's got a good profile about him. If he gets a decisive, he's good for 70 odd, which is kind of minimum what we need at streak 5 level. Top of the XP, good captain choice and stuff. Yeah, double Xavi Simons, Morgan Rogers, maybe even Conor Gallagher could be alright. Defence, you've got maybe even a second Poro isn't a bad thing to get because Poro is really spiky. Maybe you want 2 Poros. Like I really wouldn't be picking a lot of these other Tottenham defenders like Van de Ven, Spence, and whoever else. Romero's kind of alright. I like Romero, but even an Pedro, he's just a super spiky guy, and I think De Zerbi's going to keep him flying up the right wing. So maybe it just fills your team out a bit better having an Pedro because you'll get the full collection bonus on him when you get him. Basically, buying good players around different leagues. Okay, Tim. I liked your approach. I think Eredivisie is it's a bit too goldfish bowl of a league. And I know all the league competitions are like that, but Eredivisie is like yeah, it's just a bit more. Yeah, goldfish bowl's the only way if I can really put it. Really, to be honest with you, so I like that idea because you're just cherry picking like Leopold. You've said there, Gabriel Magalhaes. You're just getting good players you like, and you're making fantasy teams with it. and picking your team like the way you're doing, you're probably ahead of like half the leaderboard already for not missing DNPs and for probably having guys that have a better average score than, let's just say, the average team around. Like this week, I put a decent team into All Star where I played like champ cards there before I picked my champ teams. Champ teams all did kind of meh, okay, but not fantastic. But Sean John's let me down a bit here. But this is like, look at this: Pascal Gross and Kavicha were the first two to run. I've got Barco to play still. And if Barco, no, not a captain, so like if he gets 100, we're looking at tier 2, tier 1 payout, which would be all right. I need Justin. Yeah, like these are all my champs as well. So I could have put Kavicha and Gross into my top team. It would have done way better, for example. But I went All Star just because I thought it's maybe a nice wee edge on the midweek. But Salzburg win 3-1. Sadly, no clean sheet for Schlager, no decisive for Ajal Begovic. But Kratzig and Kjaergaard do about enough where Captain Justin Janssen, if he does 100, then we hit the streak. If he doesn't, then we don't. So we're all riding on that. Here's the NYC boys for any added context. Yeah, I think I might just list all these guys. That team's dead anyway. I'm not going to use them for this weekend. Musa and all these other guys running the reckoning. Musa, Forsberg. And then this Turner. Yeah, so bin that team, see if we can get that moving. Otherwise, streaks are all looking good. No double payouts, sadly, on this one, just a single, but we take it. Look how good that looks, by the way. No problem, Frankie. I've been doing the same, and I'll start to notice the difference, providing no DNPs. Yeah, I think if you're like, I don't really get that many DNPs, but I will catch one in a while. Like maybe I'll play like a Burke Risa or a Naraki. Guys that are good, but I'm not like pure on them. Like, oh, how are they fitting all that stuff? And it's like they surprise me. And I won't be alone there. So I think anyone that takes it seriously enough to make sure you don't get yourself into that position, like your guys are like tailor made for the game week, you're ahead of the crowd already. It's getting good 7 scores is tough, man. It is tough. We've all seen it. We've all felt it by this point in the season. Oh yeah, this guy's not listed anymore. What did I pay for him? Yeah, okay, still some profit there. Yeah, MLS teams that played yesterday will be tricky. Okay, anyone else? Quello we're using. Don't sell him. The Chabayos guy isn't in a team. He's out there now, so he's probably taking a wee hit on price. Yeah. Uh, what did I pay for him? I paid like £7. Wait for him to get back in the team. Kai Truin. Where were you this game week? I think he was in an all-star thing. I can't remember how well it did though. Was that the DNP team? Yeah, it was the DNP team. My super sub team about for the midweek. Nobody got off the bench. Just list them, see if we get them sold before deadline. LFC going to be a nightmare this weekend with CONCACAF coming up. Yep. Buwanga and Segura are the only locks is suspended for first leg. Oh, good to know. Oh, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that one. Contemplating looking at Prem and League on rares as I have a D1 entry to see if I can win some leaderboard cash. Anything look interesting? Going to hopefully move some contender cards around to fund it. Prem and League on rare. That'll be a fun little gander. Oh, received an offer already for Peltola. I spent 13 quid on him. He's listed for a fiver. Floor's 450. I think I'll leave that for now. No rush to accept. Right, market. Manager sales. In-season rare. Prem in France. We're just looking for things that stand out as good value. Hmm. 8 Nuri at 24 is pretty good. 8 Nuri is a pretty well priced Man City defender there, if you ask me. At 24 quid in season. Wow, Romero isn't too bad either, considering the form you hope and expect, I suppose, in some cases at Tottenham. Pascal Gross now 90 quid. I got mine for 17 the other day. So glad I did that now. If another Pascal Gross comes up that's reasonably priced, he's probably the guy to go for. If he has like 17 quid or whatever again. Oh, go away. Don't tell me we get sniped. Got 2 minutes left. The secondary market is way cheaper. Let's just open that up again. Yeah, I'll maybe go to fiver on this. And if it doesn't go, then I'll just buy secondary market. Take the wee chance of getting the essence or a wee double card to give away to you guys. Mason Miller, very good. How are you? Romero is out for the season. Oh, wow. I totally missed that. Totally missed that. Yeah, well, Frank, you need another Poro then. Did we have a... Yeah, let's go back to this page, sorry. Manager sales. And we're looking at rare, in-season. We're at the Prem, like page 2 or something. Yeah, page 2. I think we're going to get it. Don't you dare snipe me. M76773. Hendo, I believe, is coming home for the cup. Mikey Basson. We're going to try and complete this City season collection. This season City collection. That'll be a good one. Especially if something monumental happens. It's a great squad. Like Cherky, Doku, Cement. They actually look at the collection City have. It's a great collection to stack into. Very good, Mason Miller. I'm not sure. I think I said hi to that already. He's coming home, yeah. I think he is. He was in the chat with me and McBride the other day talking about it, so I'm fairly sure he is. Mikey Bass, and there's Gutman. And what did we get with him? Please be something really good. Ah. 100 essence. Okay, well. Whatevs. Whatevs. Right, cool. So we've got the Gutman now. That's nice for me. Right, so second page. Wow, MGW at 24 is pretty good. They still have midweeks. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But talking about this season, by the way, Palace is a collection I would really enjoy filling in from this year if they go on to win the Conference League, because this squad is FA Cup holders, you know. And then if they do something amazing in Europe this year, I know Mark Guy's just left. I think Eze has got like early access only. There's also no Elise anywhere near the team anymore. But I think this is a Palace squad that will be remembered forever. So if you're a Palace fan, maybe if you're a Premier League fan, I don't know. I think the Palace squad is like a really good one. I like a lot of the players. Some of them will move on, I'm sure. Some of them are probably at the peak of their career, fine, but I like a lot of them. Tielemans is very usable as well, a wee bit pricier than everyone else we've seen. Truffaut under a tenner, very handy. And look at this: Kamada for 8, Sar for 21, Mitchell at 14. That boy Canva was quite cheap as well in relative terms. Never mind, like Wharton. I don't know what the situation is with Lacroix and Mateta and stuff like that. There's a good collection there. Mateus Fernandez, not really cooking right now. 25 quid might not be a bad bet. Air quotes. Nico O'Reilly is back. I would think he's good value at 26 also at Man City. Kadioglu's caught form. Yeah, look at Lacroix, 16 quid. You know, I think Palace could be still really good at this point in the season. Particularly midweeks, I guess. There's not many of them going around right enough, but you're behind the 8 ball in some other collections, so there's maybe a wee bit of you need to be quite agile, I guess, with the picks, maybe in the captain's selections, maybe a wild card 5th man to be the differentiator. And yeah, Wharton doesn't score great, does he? Shaka at 20 is okay. Pedro Porro 21. Yeah, Pedro Porro for me is like Tottenham are not going to care about defending for the rest of the season. And I know clean sheet bonuses are nice to get for guys like him, but when he's getting into the box so often, he's main playmaker, takes tons of set pieces. Pedro Porro at 20 quid. Semenyo 37. Tati. I think there's lots of good budget ones here. I'm just kind of saying names now. There's not really super standouts like we maybe had the other day with Gross, and maybe even one or two other guys we just stumbled onto a moment ago. Pedro Neto at a tenner is pretty wild. If they bounce back after the senior being out, a tenner for Pedro Neto feels like he'll be worth having around, you know. O'Reilly needs a defender. I think O'Reilly's a defender becomes like Trent kind of levels, you know. City aren't big fans of clean sheets, so you know, so he's maybe not quite all that. It's easy forgotten that like peak Liverpool, like were phenomenal defensively, Alisson, Van Dijk, and all that. Peak Klopp time. I'll maybe do one more page after this because it feels like we're just getting into the weeds a wee bit, and then we'll swivel around. I think you said Liga and as well, didn't you, Sean? Yeah, Liga, and I'm not quite as across this year, to be honest with you. Wow, is that what Leno goes for? Mateta's a tenner. See, the Palace stack is mad cheap. Right, Liga, and depending on what the budget is, Kavicha is 125 quid in season rare. That's not bad, I don't think, is it? It's just the PSG rotation you need to worry about, maybe, but Rongier, Golovin, some of these guys are really good. It feels like the price of these guys, though, are way higher than their Premier League contemporary. Oh, there's a guy from Palestine, Musa Tamari. He's got some L5 on him, eh? Or an L3. It's not new. He's been around France for a while, it looks like. That's funny. Never seen her head him before. Szymanski at 14 quid is found his groove in France. Sly Sai. I have an OG legend here on the channel. Jon Snow's down at 90 quid. Yeah, man, I think seeing Vitinha at 288, Hakimi at 216. God knows what even Dembele is going to be, but Kavicha at 125 feels pretty good. If you're on D1, you need in France, you're going to need some of that firepower, I think, aren't you? Wow, Fabian Ruiz, I know he's injured and stuff, but 24 injury discount's quite nice. Especially seeing the price of Jon Snow and Vitinha there. Munir at 12 quid's quite usable. I say France have not really... Look at Dewey, 173. Like, yeah, Kavicha, I know it's not pennies we're talking about here, 125 quid, right? But Dewey at 170. And the other PSG big hitters are at 200. That feels out of whack. That feels out of balance. I think my classic Kavicha wasn't that different, to be honest with you, really, in the grand scheme of things. $50? Yeah, okay. I think classic 10 season ratio, but for somebody like that, it's not bad going. Immobile for 7 quid is kind of fun as well, isn't it? If he's just going to start getting a bit of form now, Immobile for 7 quid in your last team or something, I don't mind that. It's good streets won't forget element as well. Some of these guys are okay, aren't they? But I think once we get into this point, it's a bunch of chumps for the most part. Like, they could do alright, but we're really building a strat around them. I don't think so. I think that's the main thing that jumps out to me. There's a few guys that I mentioned as we went through it who were like 12 quid and stuff, but France, like Rongier being 40, 50 quid and Golovin being 30 quid, Thomason being around that price, like, it feels like those, yeah, I'd rather buy Fabian Ruiz and Kavicha than some of those other ones, personally. Yeah, 17 quid gross. Eat your heart out for that. And then Santonio's just went and set the price on him. Is that what's happened? Yeah. So Santonio can probably be bidded down. Maybe an Arbot pack. And I would rather the Dortmund collection version, sorry. I've got Dortmund cards I won this season. But anyway, that's a problem for another day for me. Oi, 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 oi. Right, I think Thomas Ronnion said there's a guy in the Telegram group. Right, Telegram. I've missed a lot of chat today in Telegram. Sorry, guys. Do we open the Bundesliga stuff then now? Oh, there we go. Carsten Meyer. I think we've had him before. That's fun. Returning name. Let's do all name. Carsten Meyer. Good fine. There we go. So wait, Bundesliga sets. I think I might keep the opening of that. I might just. Yeah, I think we're almost done here, aren't we? And then, oh Mason, yeah, We missed you. I understand it's. I think it's cool if it just pop it quick. Yeah, let's hear it. What is it, Mason? Hoodwink, good to see you. Mikey Basson might be there too. Yeah, Mason, what do we want to look at, buddy? I'll probably do this. Yeah, I said things separately. Do a wee video rec for it. But yeah, we're just about wrapping up, Mason. If you just let me know what you want to look at, buddy, we'll make you last orders. Wah ba ba ba. Brady, Gutman, CR7, Messi. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we've got 2 points left over. We could play Rusnak. We could play RDP. We've got options. We just kind of play the NYC guys, which is a bit overkill, to be honest with you. I don't think it's possible to squeeze them in. Eredivisie and Prem. Streak 4 for both. Eredivisie, mate, I'm not sure what you're going to get out of me on that. Oh, sure, sorry. So it's all the same with you. I'm not sure I can even help you with it at this point in the season. I'm not even across it. But Prem, we're well up on. Streak 4 Prem. Let's lock in Mason. Okay. And then we want to do the playing game week filter because that's actually important right now. No, not 21 at 24, 24, 28. So the only keepers you've got for the weekend is Pickford and Roofs. Who are both in season. Nico, Canvo, Gabmag, Concert, there's like the fixtures aren't great. Classic Van Dijk could work. I'm really sold on Pedro Porro for the weekend, especially if you're on a big streak. I just think he's a great defender to go for. In season Bruno. In season Soboslai. Gibbs White. And Elliot Anderson Sunderland. That could be alright. Is Elliot Anderson like a Geordie? Will he hate playing Sunderland? Tielemans Fulham, very usable. Xavi Simons. Yeah, so for like your top two midfields, don't need to use classics, I don't think. Double midfield for both. So we could go with classic defenders. Could even get a classic Poro at this stage. Let's see what we've got up front. Some of these guys are alright, aren't they? I just think from the fixtures we looked at earlier, like Somerville, Wobie, Saka's not going to start. Embuemo should start. Sesko's probably going to start, but they're quite low scoring. Cunha's kind of the one you want. So we need to play him with an in-season defender. So if we had one team Cunha up front, Gabmag in defence, and then the second team Van Dijk in defence, then we need an in-season forward. Maybe looking at Embuemo. Ismaila Sarr's good for a goal against Liverpool. I just don't think it's streak 4 scoreable, you know. Yeah, so I would think adding a Pedro Porro in. Let's just confirm that. Aaron Long is, like, if you're getting him cheap, he's a decent pickup if he's going to be fit. He's like a solid MLS defender. Uh, Market. Manager sales. Yeah, so forward, ideally, and so what does Pedro Porro go for? Pedro Porro. Limited in season. A fiver? Yeah, just get that, man. Just get that. Yeah, just get an in season Porro. And then limited in season forward. Just want to see if there's anything that makes sense. I think with like Porro in defence and then like a midfield of Fernandez and Soboslai, you're going to be all right, you know. Salah's £8. He's going to start, isn't he? I think Salah for £8 is a wow. That's really good. If he's on to play and stuff like that, I know there's been drama this year and whatever, but if he's playing, he'll be up for scoring and doing it all, you know. Yeah, Porro and Salah. I think you add both of them in for in season combined cost of a tenner or £15. That's a real no brainer for me, I think. So again, that's 24 to 28. That's this coming game week. Oh, we have 3 keepers, it says here. Who was the third keeper? Oh, you do have a Pickford. 6 minutes ago, we got a Dean Henderson. Palace are cheap, man. Against Liverpool this weekend's maybe not super good, you know, but Palace are cheap. So yeah, that's cool. 3 teams in for this weekend. But yeah, I'd add in a Pedro Porro. I'd add in a Salah. Your midfield will cover the 3 teams with that increase in defence and forward. You're no worse off because the third team, let's say we bring in Porro for team 1. Gab Mag could be team 2. You've still got either another in season if you fancy any of these individually, Mitchell, Williams, whatever, but you've still got classic VVD. For striker, I like Cunha being in the mix, and I also like Embuemo being in the mix. I don't mind that, you know, so I think you can carry 3 teams here. Maybe you go with a Mateta. You already do have a bit of a Palace thing on the go, it turns out. Finish my Palace collection, so I have Henderson. Plus missed. Oh, gutted. Just picked up Watkins for the weekend. He's very good form. Yeah. I think so. He's trying to get in the World Cup squad, isn't he? Playing Fulham's a good opposition for Watkins. I'm also going for streak-free Bundesliga. Yeah, this weekend, Prem forwards. There isn't much, but Salah for £8. Palace will give him space, you know what I mean? And I just don't see Salah not being decisive, frankly. At the price, I think it's really hard to overlook him. But Mason Miller, he said Bundes as well. So let's have a look at Bundes then. So we didn't do Eredivisie for you. Goalkeepers. I don't think we have any of those better looking fixtures. Vasilja's got an alright game. I don't think it's great. Heidenheim, yeah, that's fine. Potential injury, it says there. Watch out. Flecken's alright away to Cologne. Rono's playing Leipzig. Yeah, not great. Damen is playing Frankfurt. Not great. So yeah, all your goalies, if you're on streak 3, really need to carry them. Big time. We've got Mittelstadt. He's got a great game. All these other guys are kind of fine. Grimaldo classic, Rom classic. How many in-season keepers there did we have? Rono, Damon, Flecken. Yeah, all the kind of usable ones are in-season, so we could use those classic defenders, which is cool. In-season mid, Garcia. Manzavi's playing Bayern. Kaminsky's playing Leverkusen. Stiller. Yeah, I think the problem with this is just the classic blend and in season. It's kind of restrictive to the combos we can make. Again, I'm just going to have a glance at value for Bundesliga. We already know some of the better fixtures. Just see across all positions if anyone stands out to us, because we did see some earlier. Streak 3's not quite pushed the boat out as it is for 4 and 5. Rami, not a great game, but Big score. Is Ezekiel Palacios is a fiver in season. Is he going to play for Leverkusen? He is. In season Palacios for a fiver is usable. It's streak free, very usable. Bazumana Toure is a good game as well. Kramaric as well. You had him, didn't you? Yeah, Kramaric in season classic. I would get a Bazuma Toure. They've got a good game. And a Wouterberger as well is probably quite handy. Is Wouterberger expected to play? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that's him anyway. He's meant to play. Bowman, good keeper choice if you needed a keeper. Or you wanted a keeper, I should say. I think 30 quid for Musiala is not bad. Baumgartner 12 is good. Playing Cologne. Yeah, Baumgartner 12. Rami for 3 quid. Oh, there was oh yeah, Bazuma Toure is under a tenner. I think there's like a good squad that could be fashioned in here for under the kind of 20-30 mark. Nusa, mid, can punch high. Yeah, Burgers kind of went off the boil. Not expected to play this weekend. Interesting. Yeah, maybe not Wouter then. Aliash Garcia in season's 15 quid. I know you've got an Aliash, but I think it's a classic, isn't it? Oh no, you do have an in season, I beg your pardon. Yeah, fair enough, Mason. I say so. I wouldn't go hammer and tongs. Grisha promo for 50p. If Burger's not going to play, like for Team 4 or something, he could be alright. Good fixture against Heidenheim. But yeah, Palacios, that was the first midfielder we spotted. He was like on page 1, he was like 4 quid. Yeah, 450. I'd add him in, no bother. Palacios, no bother. Rami at 3 quid. I know Freiburg's no pushovers, but yeah, he's a good. I think that those two, for a combined cost of like £8, are very helpful. Just not a big Undav guy. And in season forward, like Cardoso's a bit of a letdown. You're kind of a bit light. I think the Bazuma Toure is decent shout. It's 6 quid. Cali Muendo at a fiver isn't bad either because he's playing for Frankfurt and Frankfurt are set up for guys like him. If we look at since he's joined the Bundesliga, he's doing no too bad. By the way, Cali Muendo, fiver for him. Maza 7 quid in season forward. Maza 7 quid. Palacios 4 quid. Rami 3 quid. Like that's a top team spine inclusion for like 20 quid, give or take. It's the sort of ads I'd like to make for that, Mason. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Do my best Yoshi impression there. Awesome. Right, guys, we'll have some Bundesliga sets content coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. We won't be live again on the channel today, I don't think. We've got the manager interviews with Rico Man and Thomas Ronyan RT available for channel members. They'll go live as we start to roll out over the weekend. I might have them Saturday, Sunday now. I was originally going to do Friday, Saturday, but I might record a Bundesliga sets thing and then have that set to premiere after deadline show. So tons of content coming out. It's thick and fast, never ending. I'll be live at 5 o'clock ish over on Satara here to preview Celtic for the weekend, and I'm on someone else's Celtic podcast. Come on the Hoops, it's called, at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. Good luck. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you later, tomorrow, whatever it might be. Take care, everyone. Thanks again to all the members, all the season ticket holders for all the support. Hope you enjoyed this one today. And yeah, depending on what channels you catch, I'll maybe see you later. I'll see you tomorrow.